R-Truth being released by WWE was not on my bingo card. They always say expect the unexpected, but R-Truth being released has me really scratching my head, and I'm really at a loss for words. So you guys know me, I'm good for my wrestling rants. So I'll do my best to stay on track and stay on point with my tangent, but I'm still so confused. I'm like, is anything sacred? Like, are we in a twilight zone? Because R-Truth, who's been there for his stint being for 17 years, and him just being like released, and like us knowing the news in this fashion, I'm really appalled. I'm just speechless. So we didn't get right into it. So Sunday, he gave us a tweet saying that he's released. He'll be released. They're not renewing his contract, and just saying thank you to the fans and everybody for being with him along the journey. So we know Ron as being the jokester, the comedian, and always like his characters like being confused sometime and mixing up things. So we were like, okay, this is a late April Fool's joke. Ha ha. Okay, say psych. So 5 minutes go by, 10 minutes go by. We're like, okay, Ron, the tweet's still up and you ain't say psych yet. Like, what's really going on? So myself included, I was like, okay, I'm waiting for the psych. And we were so shocked and so confused that the wrestling news people came on and was like, no, this is actually really real. They're not renewing this contract. Like, this is it. Like, after the contract expires. So there was like a big shift on the timeline. I was at a loss for words. Everyone was just like, whoa, like nothing is really sacred in WWE. And everyone's just like, yeah, the path that the E is going is very uncertain, and it's not looking good. It's not looking good. But what I did love and really appreciated was that his fellow co-workers were sharing stories about him, R-Truth, pictures, like throwback pictures of him, and just giving us like backstage encounters with him, as well as fans are saying like, I grew up watching you on WWE the last 17 years, and thank you for everything. And it was nice to see him get his flowers in real time, because if anyone deserves it, it's R-Truth. And he's been such a light in the wrestling industry, because wrestling, myself included, but like turning on wrestling, it takes me back. It takes me back to just being happy, just turning off the outside world for a little bit and just watching wrestling. And you know how wrestling can be intense. You got feuds, you have all the things, but it's nice to have such a person who makes you laugh like Ron on the TV. So you laugh, you enjoy it. Like, he really puts the E in entertainment. He is entertainment. And not only just entertainment, he's really good in the ring. Like, he is phenomenal. Even at people have to do it, oh, well, he's 53 and da-da-da. It's like, bro, he can still go in the ring. He's gifted on the mic and in the ring. So, like, just thank you for being an all-around outstanding performer, because that is what Ron is. And I can attest to how nice he is as well, because I remember last year I went to WrestleMania 40, and I remember this is like, I think Tuesday or Monday morning, I can't remember, like a lot of the wrestlers were leaving. And I remember like we're in the lobby, and I remember just looking at him, and we made like a quick eye contact. And I'm someone who is really nervous about asking wrestlers and bothering wrestlers, but Ron is one of my inspirations. Like, before this stint of 17 years at WWE, I remember seeing him in TNA, and I remember him being in WF as K-Quick. R-Truth was my representation growing up as well, so when I saw him, I had to take a photo with him, and he was so kind. I was like, thank you for being such an inspiration. Congrats on winning the world tag team titles. You got your WrestleMania moment. Like, this is so big. And he was like, thank you. Like, it was a quick but very meaningful conversation. So R-Truth is nice on screen and off screen. But anyways, continuing on with the tangent. My thing is, what I don't like the most about this is not getting the proper send-off. I felt like this could have been a really great feud between John Cena and R-Truth. It could have been title versus career match. And then after the match, Ron could have got a proper like speech at the end and just saying thank you, blah, blah, blah. Like, that's my issue. Like, I know releases happen, but where are the proper send-offs for the wrestlers who dedicate so much time and sacrifice so much stuff to entertain us for all these years? Because, and I'm sensing a pattern here, and I don't like it. It's making me scratch my head, because Shelton Benjamin, he's been with that company for what? About 15, 20 years? He started off at OVW and then moved on to WWE with John Cena and Randy Orton. So Shelton was one of the foundations from OVW to WWE. He didn't get a proper send-off. He got, oh, Shelton Benjamin is released. Because I remember being so shocked, like, okay, but where was a proper send-off for him? Then we had Bobby Lashley. Then we got MVP. Now we have Ron. There's a pattern here. And it's really making me side-eye and scratch my head, because why are these people who been for so long are not getting at least a farewell goodbye? And again, when Ron told us that he was getting released, we thought, well, a lot of people thought that was going to be a Legends deal, like releasing him to be on a Legends deal. But then we found out yesterday that they removed his shirt off the shop, off the website. So it's like, okay, this is giving trifling, kind of shady, because why would y'all remove his merch? The merch is one of the best selling shirts on the site. Why are we removing it? Really, really funny in the light, not gonna hold you, but it's crazy all around. And like we saw some like reports saying that a lot of people backstage are kind of nervous about their job, their contracts, but this is all around just crazy to me. And it's so unfortunate that R-Truth is not getting his contract renewed. I might do a part 2 on this, because it took me 2 days to kind of try to figure out what I want to say, and I'm still so speechless. But nonetheless, I want to say thank you to Ron for making us laugh the last 17 years. He turned lemons into lemonade with the shtick and character that he was given. From the beginning of WWE, the 17 run, it was more like a comedic thing, comedic relief, making us laugh, really be entertaining. We got a little bit of a heel turn with him. Even in the heel turn with him, he was still funny and still like made people break character. Like, he has a comedic gift as well as a talented gift of being in the ring and being on the mic. He is an all-around great performer. And honestly speaking, I always said this from the jump, I really wish that he got a world title run, because from then to even now, I would have liked to see him as a world champion. Absolutely. And we're not going to do the whole age thing and all that, because there have been other people who won world titles in his age range. And I love Rey Mysterio, but even Rey Mysterio, he was a U.S. champion not too long ago. So I really wish Ron could have got a nice singles title run. I really wish he got that, because you see his moves. He can still go in the ring. And he's a full-time worker. He's not a part-timer. He's not a here and there. He's not a come and go. He was a full-time WWE employee putting in the work. And I really wish he got rewarded with that. But I'm glad he was able to get his last match with John Cena, if that is a last match. I'm glad that he got the WrestleMania moment last year. That was well-deserved. And yeah. Like I said, he made lemons into lemonade, because if you look at his previous runs in different companies, he was nothing to play with. Like, his character in the other companies, when he was K-Quick, he was in TNA, he was in NWA, he was like, he is one of the ones, but he was like, the character he had was like no nonsense. So I remember I took a break from watching WWE, and then seeing him in this character, I was like, this is nice. This is a different, like, he has range. So I was happy that he was turned into like the comedian, but I really wish that it paid off into getting like a world title run. But nonetheless, the career that he has been impactful, phenomenal, so entertaining. He really blessed us on the screen. He really is an honor to see on the screen. And I know I'm going to miss him. I love the jokes and stuff that he does, the run-ins he does on like big events, like the ladder matches. I remember when he went to the women's match, like the women's Royal Rumble match. Like, he really is such a gem. And I just want to say thank you, Ron, for making us laugh for all these years. You have been such a light in the wrestling industry. And I can't wait to see where you go next, whether you're going to be a coach, a writer. But I don't think you should stop being in the wrestling industry. You are too gifted and too talented to just stay home. Like, I'm selfish. I want you to be somewhere around the ring. Definitely. But y'all talk to me in the comments. How do y'all feel? What do y'all think? I want to hear everyone's opinions, because I saw a few people on the timeline really sharing their thoughts, but I want to talk to y'all here. And I really think I'm going to do a part 2, because again, I'm pulling at straws and trying to say what I want to say, but I'm just really speechless. But I just want to say thank you to Ron of how much of an inspiration he was to me. The very little representation we had, and seeing how great he was and is. And I'm glad that other people got to experience him in this last stint. So anyways, y'all, I'm not going to hold y'all up too much. Just want to give you my thoughts about the release. But you guys talk to me. I'll holler at y'all later. 2 and 2.